girl be? Her eyes are open wide, and yet she's in a daydream that's better than real life. She knows a secret country where the grown-ups never go. Why, she's Alice, Alice in Wonderland. Alice, Alice in Wonderland. Curious friends and happy adventures too. Oh, yes, she's Alice, Alice in Wonderland. Alice, Alice in Wonderland. Alice, wait for us, we'll come too.
Alice! Come inside, child. It's time to have your tea.
Yes, Mummy. I've a wonderful surprise for you. Something I found in the garden.
Oh, no, Alice. I hope it's not another frog.
What's this wonderful surprise then, Alice?
You'll love it, I know. Well, then, come on, show us. Close your eyes. Go on, fly.
Oh,
Oh, Alice.
it's a beautiful butterfly. But don't you think it'd be happier out in the garden among the flowers rather than inside the house? Fly.
Oh,
Sit down now, dear.
Benny Bunny will
Drink
be
your
lose
tea.
sight of it.
Alice?
Yes, Mummy.
Alice!
May I please be excused from tea today?
I wouldn't give up my tea for anything.
Your Majesty.
If you want to catch that butterfly, it'll be faster in my carriage. You're to come with us.
I'm very grateful for your invitation, Your Majesty, but I...
Are you refusing my invitation? I should warn you. Do you know what the punishment is?
Oh,
Don't lose your head, child. It'll be easier to follow that butterfly if we ride in my carriage.
Your Majesty's absolutely right.
Get going, driver.
Yes, Your Majesty, as Your Majesty wishes.
Why must you always race
His
like
Majesty
this?
seems to be in a hurry today.
A good butterfly watcher must move fast or he misses the butterflies altogether.
I'm beginning to feel slightly ill, my dearest.
Benny Bunny, look! The White Queen's castle! Oh!
Why are you still here? You were supposed to pick us up early this morning.
Yes, I know, but as far as I remember, we hadn't decided on the time that I was to have picked you up. Watch this.
A masterful stroke, but a little too short. Come now. Will you please get into the carriage?
No, I'm busy now. I won't come until I've hit this ball through all the arches. You'll have to wait.
Really?
Oh, you can't do that. It's a new mallet. Oh.
Good, I'll break it in for you. Here we go. The game is over. Get in the carriage.
Good day.
She was always better at games, even as a child.
If we don't leave immediately, we'll miss the butterflies.
Oh!
Drive on.
What about me?
What about the king? Your Majesty, won't you please join us? Oh!
Let's go. Spread the blanket on the grass and fetch the picnic basket. Well done. Very nice indeed. Now go and bring me the picnic basket before the food gets cold.
Right,
Good
wait,
boys. Oh, I'm so excited. I've never been on a picnic before.
I don't find it a bit exciting.
Oh, I hope the Joker remembered to bring his flute.
I hope he didn't. Oh, I've never never known a picnic to go off smoothly. I wonder if we can eat any of that food now. It looks a bit of a mess, but I'm so hungry.
Excuse me, dear.
Ants!
Oh, my dear, there's absolutely nothing to be frightened of. A picnic without ants wouldn't be a picnic.
Our food!
Oh, arrest those thieving ants!
Give me that basket. Oh!
You better resign yourself. We might as well go home. At least in the castle we'll be safe from attacking ants. It's a wonderful opportunity to get out of the picnic and then we'll...
I've got very good ears. I want that picnic basket back. Well, get going.
Why do I let her order me about?
And while we wait, we can pick some wild mushrooms.
Oh, Benny, I just love nature. It's so beautiful.
I'd agree with you if it weren't for these awful flying creatures. Oh, get off, you horrible thing! Oh, that does it. I've decided nature would be much better without insects.
But, Your Majesty, insects are part of nature, just like you and I. Besides, they're so pretty and so hard-working. Look at that pretty spider, for
Where?
example. Busy spinning its web. Don't you think it's a real miracle of nature?
Pretty? A spider? Oh, I can bear it! Oh, don't let it come near me!
Your Majesty, that little spider's harmless. Believe me, it can't hurt you.
Really?
It was your idea to pick mushrooms, so come and help me pick them.
Come, Your Majesty.
I'm surrounded by insects. This is a conspiracy. My enemies planned it. I didn't realize a picnic could be so dangerous. Do you think these mushrooms are
Oh,
poisonous?
no, Your Majesty. I know this mushroom. It only grows in Wonderland. I've eaten it many times and it's very tasty. You should try some.
Oh, very well. After all, it was my idea to pick mushrooms. I might as well eat... What's that? Oh!
Oh, but Your Majesty, what's frightened you now?
Oh, I saw a great fat worm and I loathe worms.
She's always been the hysterical type. As a child, if anything went wrong, she used to scream and
I'm
shout.
calling off this picnic right now, do you hear? I have nothing against nature, but I prefer it from a distance.
But we haven't finished picking mushrooms. There won't be enough for all of us.
I say there will be enough. The king will eat bread and butter and the joker will eat nothing at all.
What?
Oh, look at the beautiful butterflies. I've changed my mind about calling off the picnic. I think we'll stay. And don't you contradict me again. I'm allowed to change my mind if I please. I'm the queen. About time.
I'm sorry, dearest, but we had to fight long and hard to get the basket back from the ants.
But did you think to look inside the basket to see if the food was still there?
No, I didn't. I shall check now.
Now we're in real trouble.
Ants are clever little things, Your Majesty.
They've tricked me. I'm really very embarrassed, dear heart. I suggest we call off the picnic and go home immediately.
You always give up too easily, my husband, but I'm not like you. I don't give up. You'll find wild mushrooms down there. Go and pick some.
That's not my job.
Please, Your Majesty, I'd be very happy to share my portion of mushrooms with His Majesty the King.
That's a very generous gesture, my child. But you know, it's high time my husband, the king, learned to look after himself. Just look at him. He is nothing but an incompetent weakling, a bungler and a fool.
Oh, well, we'd better go.
And now, dear guests, won't you please be seated? Where are your table manners? The queen helps herself first.
Oh, which queen?
Oh, but please help yourself.
You're a fine one to talk. How dare you criticize my husband's manners when you've none yourself?
Don't give over.
Oh, thank you.
Not much left for us, is there?
Ah, it's the kind Mr. Caterpillar likes. Here, you have it. Let's hope it doesn't make us change our size.
I know this taste. Oh. mushrooms.
Oh, what has happened to me? Have I shrunk to the size of an insect? Tell me, have I lost my reason, or is this a nightmare?
Your Majesty's the size of an insect,
It's the effect of the mushrooms.
Yeah.
Oh, an earthquake! No, Your Majesty. Oh, it's not an earthquake. Look.
Husband, help me out of this ridiculous situation.
It's no use, Your Majesty. He can't hear you.
Wasn't very nice of them to go off without us.
Oh, I'm here, my dearest husband.
Where can she be? Horrid old nag.
Oh, horrid old nag, I'll teach him.
Your Majesty, what's wrong?
I don't know. Something bit me in the leg. Why don't we just go home?
Better not.
Shame on you.
I thought I heard a voice.
The voice of your dear wife. Oh, no, help.
Who wants to watch butterflies anyway? She's crazy.
Oh, can't he do anything right? Stop, come back. Don't leave me here.
I'm glad we've shrunk in size. Now the butterflies won't be frightened of us. Let's go down to the riverbank, Your Majesty. That's where we'll be able to watch them dance.
This would never have happened to my mother. She used to say to me, child, what a woman needs is stature.
Yes, my mother always says the same thing to me, that every young lady needs a good posture.
Where are we?
I think we're on the way to the river, but the grass is so high we can't see anything.
Have you noticed the butterfly net? It shrunk just like us. It's far too small now to catch butterflies.
Oh, you don't mean to say that you wanted to catch the butterflies? I thought Your Majesty only wanted to watch them dance and admire their beauty.
Whatever gave you that idea? If I needed to see beauty, I wouldn't be here, dear child. I'd be at home in front of my own mirror. Oh, we won't find any butterflies because we seem to have lost our way. Poor me. I'll never find my way back to my lovely, comfortable castle.
Goodbye, Castle. Goodbye, King of Hearts.
Oh, now that's a lovely thought.
Hello. Good morning. Don't be afraid. They're talking flowers, Your Majesty.
Now, child, stop this nonsense. Perhaps they're familiar with the neighborhood. Ask them if they can show us the way to the river.
I know the way, but I won't tell you.
What?
Just because.
You'll answer when you're spoken to, you little monster, or I'll pull you out of the earth.
Who's this horrible woman? Why is she here? What's she want?
She's Her Majesty, the Queen of Hearts.
Nonsense. The Queen of Hearts is tall and fat. This woman can't be more than 2 centimetres high.
But she really is the Queen of Hearts. It's true. Who else would behave like this?
You're right. It's the Queen of Hearts.
There. Have you learnt your lesson? Will you show us the way?
Perhaps Your Majesty should be friendlier towards the flowers. Then they'll talk.
I do apologize. I'd no idea you were a queen.
Do you see my point? A little firmness and they're sweet as pie.
If you keep going straight on this path, it'll take you to the river, Your Majesty. But you can't walk. It's too far.
Too far to walk? How else do you expect us to get to the river then? By flying?
Of course Your Majesty can't fly, I know that. But there's someone who would consider it a great honor to take Your Majesty to the river. Our friend the grasshopper.
Grasshopper? How dare you? That's out of the question. I won't ride a grasshopper.
Please, Your Majesty, we've no choice. How else do you suggest that we find a way out of this field?
All right, call your grasshopper.
Right away, Your Majesty.
Is this the beast?
Yes, I think so.
Oh. I warn you, don't you dare throw me off. Go on, fly!
Gosh, I wonder if she'll stay on.
Oh, look, he's back. Don't tell me he's lost her.
Is it true? Did you throw the Queen off?
Well, she didn't hold on and she fell off my back. Don't worry, she's not hurt. She was lucky enough to fall right into a nice soft spider's web out there somewhere.
You stay here and wait for us. Benny Bunny and I'll go and look for her. You know she's absolutely terrified of spiders.
For goodness sake, Alice, have you forgotten that we're much smaller than a spider now?
What choice do we possibly have, Benny Bunny? We can't very well abandon the Queen to her fate. We must save her. A spider never releases its victims. Oh, look!
Help! Get me down! I can't free myself. Bring me that grasshopper so I can punish it for what it did to me. Help!
Hold on, Your Majesty. We'll think of a way of getting you out of there.
I command you to bring me the spider who owns this horrid sticky web. I'll throw him into my dungeons and leave him there until he rots, until he starves and dies.
Spiders must spin webs, Your Majesty. It's quite normal.
Don't be absurd. How can you call this normal?
We'll talk nicely to the spider, Your Majesty. I'm sure he'll understand and free you.
Well, don't be so sure. I warn you, you'll be wasting your time talking to me.
Listen, Benny Bunny, you'd best leave us here and fetch help. You must hurry or we'll be lost.
But Alice, I can't leave you here by yourself. You said it was normal for a spider to spin a web. Well, it's just as normal for a spider to use the web to catch a prey.
It's up to you, Benny Bunny. Go!
Huh? What? Stay there!
What have I done to deserve this?
Admit it, I'm a clever spider.
You're not clever. You're cruel and inhuman.
Huh? Of course I'm inhuman, you silly child. Look at me. I'm a spider. I'm not supposed to be human.
Butterflies, where are you? I need your help.
What's happened? Why are you so out of breath?
The spider's caught the Queen of Hearts in her web and won't let her go, and now Alice is in danger too.
Did you say the Queen of Hearts? Are you sure? That's very good news. The Queen came here to catch us, and she ends up getting caught herself in a web. Serves her right.
It's not funny. I know you don't like the Queen of Hearts very much, but you do love Alice, don't you?
Yes, of course, we all do. Alice doesn't deserve to be deserted by her friends if she's in trouble. But what can we butterflies do to help her? We're powerless against the spider, you know. We don't stand a chance.
Just do what I tell you and you'll defeat the spider.
Are you frightened of me? I wonder why.
Leave the child alone. Come and get me instead.
Have courage, Alice. We're coming to the rescue. Benny!
Butterflies, what do they want here? They can't help you. Come to my net.
Spider?
Yes?
Can't I go?
No, I want to prove to you that my web is a masterpiece. See if you can break it.
I'd like to try, but I can't move. Sorry.
That's because you're all tied up. I've untied your hands. Now try and break my web. I bet you can't. No one can break it.
Really?
Jumping on it won't help. This web is top quality work. Stop!
Alice, you're forgetting that you came here to help me.
Ah, you're still there. Huh? Now that's enough to think that I trusted you. You're breaking my web! Stop that!
Well done, Benny Bunny. Keep it up. I knew he'd find a way to save our lives. Go on, Benny.
Goodbye, Benny.
Stop this bombardment at once! Oh, my head!
Let's get out of here. Oh.
My web's completely ruined. I can't understand it.
He's following us. Run for your life, quick.
I hope you can swim, my lovely.
We don't have a choice.
Jump.
Perhaps they'll get wet and die of cold.
Your Majesty, I'm so proud of Benny Bunny. His bravery saved us from the spider.
Yes, my child, but we're not safe yet. In case you hadn't noticed, there's a waterfall ahead. Look!
Oh, no. No, don't panic.
Oh,
Alice,
my goodness, here come the butterflies. Look!
Not long ago, Your Majesty, you were hunting them. You wanted to catch them with your net and pin them to the wall for
Did
your
I
collection.
say that?
Yes.
Well, I don't believe I ever meant it quite like that. Why should I want to harm my rescuers? Hurry up, please!
Give me your hands, Your Majesty. Don't be afraid.
Careful. Your turn now, Alice. Yes. Thank you, Butterfly. Thanks so much.
Yeah?
There! They're coming!
Bravo!
Benny! Alice!
Oh, set me down gently. Be careful.
Oh, funny. Serves her right.
Your Majesty, the butterflies are leaving. Wouldn't you like to thank them for their help?
No, I wouldn't.
She doesn't want to.
I'll
That's what
never
she
understand.
Goodbye, Alice.
Goodbye, Butterfly, and thanks for your help. Remember to stay away from the spider.
Don't worry. Butterflies are cleverer than spiders and queens put together.
Goodbye. Oh, I've had a wonderful day today.
Oh, you've had a wonderful day, have you? And how do you expect me to be queen here if I'm the size of a beetle?
Abdicate, Your Majesty. But if you don't want to do that, why don't you order the ants to bring a couple of mushrooms here?
Ants? What? The magic mushrooms.
Help yourselves!
Benny? Everything's turned out all right.
Alice!
Huh? Yes?
Come inside, dear. Your tea's getting cold.
All right. Let's go in.
In our next episode, Alice makes friends with a shy baby duckling who she meets as soon as she dreams herself into Wonderland. Now, all the wild ducks of Wonderland are in grave danger because the Queen of Hearts has invited her subjects to a banquet of roast duck. The hunt is on against anything that flies. Anything, that is, except the black swan, who is safe from the hunt because he can't fly, he can only swim. The first victim to fall into the trap is Alice's new friend, the shy baby duckling. But the hunt itself is a flop because the Queen's soldiers are unable to hit one single bird, so all the ducks fly away unharmed. It's up to Alice and the leader of the wild ducks to save the shy baby duckling from the roasting pot. For the end of this exciting story, join us next time.
Who can that girl be? Her eyes are open wide, and yet she's in a daydream that's better than real life.